Dance, tell me who got a flow like God.
Social media has become a very powerful tool.
Ooh, yes, it has.
Yeah, very powerful tool. More powerful, I believe, than it should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People have put a lot of stock into social media more than, what it should.
Yeah, you shouldn't be searching your facts. All of your facts on there. Like I heard
fact check a couple times.
Yeah, I heard Trevor Noah, he was doing the thing where it was just different people they interviewed talking about Donald Trump, and this lady, she happened to say, well, I actually did all my studies and all the stuff to find out the information. He was like, well, where'd you study? Well, I would go on Facebook, I go on Twitter, and I go on Instagram, and I collect all the information together, and it was one of those, oh no.
Oh, people believe if it's in a meme that it's real. Like just add someone's face, like you see all like the Morgan Freeman and the who else is it? Keanu Reeves and like the fake memes and like they say something like people think that it's the truth. If it's out there on the internet, it's the truth.
You remember for a long time that was happening. Like they would say like I think they said that Rock passed on one of them. One said Will Smith. And everybody like broke down.
They just believe it.
And then never did the actual research.
Social media is like the spam folder of reality.
It really is.
You know what I mean?
It is.
Anything goes on it. At first it was fun. At first it was like a fun little kooky thing you laugh at. And you're like, this is crazy shit. And who made this mess? And you laugh and you move on. But then it's like what you said, where it's gotten dangerous is especially generations that are being born with it already in existence growing up with that. It's scary how many people, like you said, actually are getting their only news from social media.
That's it.
And most of it is not even accurate.
You're right.
Now, would we consider like YouTube social media?
Yeah, I would.
Because I've learned so much from YouTube.
I think it's a social media. I think it's a social platform.
It's a social
but you're not really socializing like that. I mean, unless you, I don't know. Wait,
you can kind of discuss comment. What you want.
Yeah, you can comment and say that. That's weird to me.
Right.
That's like Yelp.
It's not like a back and forth type of
It's like,
deal.
To me, you're a weirdo if you go out to eat and you didn't like the way your steak was, and then you sit there for 20 minutes writing how bad the steak was at this place. Like, take your weird ass home and take your own damn
that
steak.
That is so funny.
But it's a lot of people doing it.
Yeah, it is.
All right, bro.
Well, funny story. I literally heard somebody say that. Like I heard, I went and picked up food at this breakfast spot out here, and the guy was like, "Wait till I get on Yelp and write this review," and it was just so funny to me.
Like is that your day?
He said it to
Do
the
you
owner,
got that much time?
Who was he saying it to?
I guess. Oh, so I don't want to say the name of the restaurant, but it's like a breakfast spot, and I love the food. But I guess he didn't have the greatest experience there, so he's walking out with like his family or his girlfriend.
Someone,
or he said it to everybody he was with. He was like, I'm going on Yelp, but I'm gonna write this up there. Everybody's gonna know about my experience.
Who takes the time?
Who really seriously? That means you don't got nothing else to do, bro.
That means your big ass eat too much.
There's somebody out there like, I do that.
Oh, you do that?
Yeah.
No,
I know there's somebody out there saying it, but I just want you to think about your day. You went out to eat. It wasn't that good. You had a bad day. You're a little frustrated. You get home and you still decide to go on your phone and take some time out to go, you know what? I didn't like that omelet. What the?
Right.
I'm glad. Imagine if they had Yelp for sex. You know what I mean?
Actually,
y'all just went so left.
Low key though.
Chick be on there like, oh, he was terrible.
No, but low key.
Rob too.
Tell me that day would be good though when you looked at your own Yelp and was like, yo, I got 5 stars. Tonight's gonna be a beast.
My side put on.
I am going out tonight.
No, that's
King of
funny.
1, 2, 3. Got 5 great reviews.
On like bull, my Indian name.
I am not. I don't have a paper to hold up this time and be like, we'll be back.
we love to try to
after
turn
these messages
SDOT red.
There you go.
Those of you on
Y'all
listening
know
to
I
my
blush.
podcast.
Yes, you do.
She's turning quite red in here.
I am.
That ain't eyeshadow.
But yeah, so how much do you guys like use social media a lot?
Every day, all day.
We're all from an era that we grew up. We were born. It did not exist,
right?
And it became in existence in our lifetimes.
Yeah.
So we're not necessarily chained to it like a lot of the younger generations are. So I found, for me, I've gotten into arguments and relationships and everything else because of social media and the power it has. My attitude has still been, it's just social media. But then you have people who are like, this is real. It affects people's lives and all of that. I didn't realize how effective social media had become.
It's effective.
Until I lost money over social media.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, shit.
Okay, you got to explain this.
This is real for real.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like, I go book. I'll give you 2 examples. This all happened at the same damn time, right? So I did All Eyes on Me. All Eyes on Me came out worldwide theaters. Boom, everyone's seeing it, etc. And so I started getting calls and stuff for other different things as well. So I get in the same week, I get booked to do a VIP hosting, like at a nightclub, and then also this network. I'll leave them nameless, but this network was creating a show that was kind of like Hip Hop Squares, but with celebrities that, not in hip hop. Okay. And so they were like, it was brand new, and they were like, we want you for this. And so I was like, cool. I was going to make literally, it was like $5,000 for 3 hours of filming. Nice. Yeah. And then I'm gone. Right. And I was back on the East Coast at the time. They were like, yeah, we'll fly you out first class and then fly you right back when you want to go. Okay. Yeah. And I was like, cool. Go pick up a quick $5,000, 3 hours of filming. Sweet, right. Right. And not acting, so I can just be myself. This would be the easiest $5,000 I ever made. Right. And it was literally like both of those things literally was like 3 days later. And they were like, oh, the show called first. And, they informed my people. They were like, yeah, so there is actually a social media requirement. You have to, whoever comes on has to have 500,000 or more followers. Wow. Which I was nowhere near, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm popping in real life though. Like, right. I'm really doing this. Come walk the streets of Hollywood with me so you can see what happens. Right. You know what I mean? Right. And that's some real shit,
Well, you know what's funny about that? You remember Shy says, she was mentioning that exact thing. When we had Shy on for the interview, she was mentioning how she used her Facebook her Instagram to do that.
Yeah, she used like her business card, which is smart.
Very smart.
I had to adapt and adjust because I lost the club thing because they were like,
really?
Wow. Yeah. Well, they really, people associate social media now with, if they're not familiar with, what's going on, which is hard to be familiar with every single thing and every single person. But if they're not familiar, then they go to the first thing they do is let me see your social media, and they assume, oh, if you don't have this many people following you, then it must not be popular, or people must not resonate with that person. And I've had so many people come up to me like, man, your social media you should have way more followers and stuff, and I'm like, I get it, you know, it does not reflect how many people approach me for pictures and autographs and all of that stuff, but I didn't care either, right? So like when All Eyes on Me came out, I've been acting for years, but I never really took social media that serious. It was always like a side thing, just a little fun thing to do, And when All Eyes on Me came out, I made the mistake of not really utilizing social media when it was out, and I was at my peak in media and all that stuff like that because I didn't care, And I kind of looked at like Instagram, and Facebook, well, I want to still maintain some kind of personal space where my friends and family, it's just us, and things like that. A couple other people I know.
And don't get caught up in the hype too.
Right. And so, then I find out afterwards, like, oh, I should have been on my social media.
Dang.
And because these numbers, because people, it's like a confusing thing. They're like, they come to you because they know you're popping in real life. And then they go, your social media though, man, it doesn't reflect.
Which is funny because if you think about it, like Will Smith is starting to do it more. You're starting to see like Will Smith.
But Will is getting paid.
He sure is.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you do it at that level, I'm gonna need a check.
Right. But, I'm saying, but he got not coerced, but led into getting active with social media.
Okay.
Via payment.
Okay.
So Instagram or somebody's paying him for that. It's because he doesn't run his Instagram. Like, let's be real. And if I were him, I wouldn't run my Instagram either. Yeah. I get to that level.
He has the dopest videos. He really does. Yeah, he has the dopest content. He really does.
Yeah. And that's the side of social media I do like. Right. Because Will is somebody I follow. And
still real.
Yeah.
Like Will, The Rock, Will.
Right. Will is just living his best life. Yeah. Right. And he's like, here, I'll let you see a piece of it. Yeah. He's got to that point where he's made enough money where Will's just like, I do what the hell I want to do. Like, here you go. I'll let you see some of it. I'm on top of, I'm in Budapest on top of some giant building where nobody's legally allowed to go most times, but not me, Will Smith,
Do you think that'll take away from some of your anonymity where you can't not be in the spotlight?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, definitely. Because your team, I have publicists, management, others, and they're when you're not active on it, they're always on you. You got to be active on your social media. Post some stuff. Don't post that.
That
Don't
sounds
talk
like
about
my mom.
This. Do that.
Here's my thing with the whole social media craze. Like, I definitely see the pros to it. I feel like some of the cons is like it's very similar to reality TV. Yeah. You can choose what you can post anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a lot of times you're not who you post to be. And I feel like the people who are
80%. 80% are not what
it's
you
like,
see.
Right. And then even the people that you may think is like, oh, here's this vixen girl. And that's not. Yeah, that girl might be sleeping on somebody's couch right now.
Drake actually said that. He said,
"It's the truth."
I posted it where he was like, "You save pictures to post later, so people still think you on the go."
Right.
And
you know, and it's interesting because it's like the things that you're following, and then it's a sad thing because now you have maybe young girls or or young men that are looking at this lifestyle like, oh, I need to be this lavish person. They have all these followers. This is what I have to do this, and it's not even factual. Yeah, you know, it's a facade. Yeah, you know what I mean?
And the worst part to me, man, is like I'm torn because I have morals. Right. I have, when I look at young women, especially, my mom is black, my aunts are black, right, my sister's black, so it hits me a little different with the black women, but all women, in general, where you're just looking and you're like, some of the things I see, I'm torn because it's like I'm online. When you get on Instagram, I don't know about you, but for us as men, you turn to part creep, but then you got the ethical side of you that's like,
it's a hard battle.
Why is she doing this to herself? Yeah,
right.
Because I do really feel bad. I've had girls even say like, "This is my goal in life to be an Instagram model."
You know that doesn't last, baby.
Well, you do know that's not a technical term,
I've actually had a girl say that.
There's no.
I want to be a model on Instagram, and it's like,
I believe it.
Okay.
Because you look at now, leads to OnlyFans.
Is she's beautiful. Like, to see that them be beautiful and be like, do you know there's so much more? Mm-hmm. And then like you brought up the fans, like the fans only.
Oh, blast them!
No, because I remember being in like a very, very important meeting with like a lot of money on the table, right?
Mm-hmm. How much
money?
And where was it?
Like where I could have really like signed something and like
for you,
for me, for myself, right?
It won't in cash, right?
Huh?
I was gonna say because if you having this meeting again, tell me what time.
No, but it was like there were stipulations with it, like, oh well, we'll need this done to your image, and we'll need you to like, you have a body, so you need to show it off on social media. You gotta, and it was like this. Like now I'm tying it in.
OnlyFans.
No. But I got my toes on OnlyFans. If you're I don't. I got pretty toes on. I'm just saying, y'all. But I don't got them out there.
Is that a thing? I'm gonna start OnlyFans. No,
it's a thing.
I'm bugging out with how many creeps actually pay attention to somebody's toes that much.
No, it's a big thing. So Evelyn
Lozada
I can put
my feet on OnlyFans?
Has her feet on OnlyFans. I think you should do it. And she has like beautiful feet, by the way. She has her feet on OnlyFans, and I'm pretty sure it's probably popping.
You can do that.
But let's stop finish her story.
Go ahead, though.
Thank you. So you guys are such gentlemen.
Doesn't have an OnlyFans.
I don't.
And she doesn't have her feet.
But if times ever got hard, I'll show my big toe now. I'm like, hey. So dip the toe in. So sounded so funny. You know what? That sounded so funny.
Stirring a cup of tea with a big toe.
Damn. Are we thirsty?
You know your toe hot.
The get out.
Right. Some dude at home like, damn, look at them feet. Jesus.
Man, take the toenail polish off. Now just chip your toenail polish.
Y'all so silly. I cannot. Y'all so, give me the thing. Guys, we'll be back after these messages.
Like stir the mashed potatoes, girl.
Pick up a piece of macaroni.
People are weirdos.
Mix that. What's it called? Mukbang or mukbang?
Yeah. Who's the people that like to
we
watch
should
people
do one of those?
No,
a whole bunch of seafood.
Who's the people that like to
I
watch
just
people?
hate that. Like, wait, that's what they do?
So that's what that is?
No.
Serious?
Yeah, now like I know a girl, like literally she has I used to date a long time ago, don't want to ask questions.
And
we need
to do that.
I thought you were talking about the girls that like eat the seafood.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're like making all the...
She gets paid to eat burgers on camera on Snapchat and Instagram.
Yeah.
Bugs me out.
Wow, that's like a dream job. I would love
to get paid to sit there about.
Right.
So like literally somebody when they watch some videos on this end of the camera, the person is bringing all their food together. Like, hey boys, I got these cheeseburgers.
That's so weird.
And then on the other side of that, monitor, some dude is sliding his Vaseline over. She got pizza tonight.
Eat the French fries with your toes. Do it how Sandrea do it.
Okay, let me tell y'all something I heard. I know we're getting off topic, but this is good. Listen, I heard that there is like a market where men will fly women overseas to defecate on them.
Oh, they do that
some
here.
shit?
Ain't that was so good? That was so good.
I'm late. That was good.
I had to pause like, I almost repeated it like, yeah, ain't that some shit? I said, ain't that some shit?
You good, boy. You good. You the next Lenny Bruce.
I do what I can do when I do what it is, and I know how to do it.
You on your way.
Listen, you were on it. Hope it all come out okay.
Well, let's get back to the story. You were signing a deal.
So so I'm in this, and I'm super excited. I'm like, yes, because I've been on my grind for a long time with a lot of different things, and so I'm like, okay. And one thing that I'm bringing all this up to bring it home somewhere. So the whole thing was, hey, we'll need to change certain things about your image and enhance certain things about your image, and we want you to show more. We want you, can you jiggle, can you twerk, like these, like really, like these types of things. So I'm sitting there, and I do a good job of keeping a poker face. Like when I'm in this situation, I'll keep a poker face, and then after I'm like, this motherfucker. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, for real? Like, is that what you guys are, and this is kind of how I'm taking. I'm like, so is that what we're looking to do? Yeah. All right, well, let me think about this, and I'm gonna get back to you guys. And literally when I got up, I was like, they cannot be fucking serious. Like, I wish I would, but I wish the fuck I would. But it was really hard. But the thing is, it goes, for me, morals are huge for me. And I don't mean to imply that if you are someone that you're on OnlyFans or you're showing your assets that you don't have morals, because you probably do. Maybe you feel like you do, and that's great. And I'm not trying to judge anyone, but for myself.
But you have to say that even if you have morals, you suspend them in that moment.
Right. Right. Where's the, I'm very proud of this fact, right? That I may not have 100,000 followers yet. We'll get there, and it's not something I strive to do. What I'm striving to do is make an impact with anything that I do, right? And make something better in my life, make everyone better in my life. So that's what I'm striving to do. And that means a lot to me. Yeah. So it's like, my daughter will never look on Instagram or look on Facebook and be like, my mom was out there and like a little thong and
that's the thing that kills me.
Or like marrying a girl and then eventually finding her Instagram or old Instagram she had and be like
I'm very proud of the fact. To me, it's almost, for me, again, I'm not gonna speak for anyone else, but it's like selling out. And I've had people approach me with this, and I'm telling you something, I was hungry. Like I'm still hungry, but I literally was hungry in that moment. You know what I mean? Where it could have changed the lives of my family. I was still living at home. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was in that moment that I'm like, damn, I need this. And I was like, you know what? If I sell out right now, I'm going to look back on this and I know I'm going to regret it.
You got to
look what I'm saying? So you got to stand for something.
You always remember how you got it.
Right. So those numbers don't mean everything all the time.
You've got to look down the road sometimes, and I hope a lot of them are listening to us. Because I always wanted, you just want to grab them.
Just want to say, hey, bro.
Hey, okay, we enjoy seeing you, and we enjoy seeing that ass shake and everything else.
What is you doing,
But at the expense, it's the expense. You know what I mean? I'd rather, as much as I like seeing some of them, I'd rather not see any of them at all doing it if they're going for something more and something better.
Right.
Using their talent, their actual talent, their brains.
Yeah.
Building a brand outside of that. Remember, like back in the day, it was before there were OnlyFans and Instagram and all of that stuff. You did have girls that, they're like, look, I'm just down and out. I'm fine. I got all this ass. I gotta make this happen. I gotta feed this kid or whatever.
Right.
And they go to the strip club.
And
pay their way through school. Yeah.
Right. And even then it was like a faux pas.
It was.
Underground, you can't tell no family and none of this because you'd be judged, right?
My name is Masquerade.
As you should be, right? And then now you have social media. And like I've noticed even during COVID, there's been women I never would have expected. OnlyFans popping up. I've gotten to the point now.
OnlyFans.
I unfollow them when I see OnlyFans. Because that tells me about your mentality.
Right.
Which is, I don't know about everybody else, but to me, fine is fine. That's great. It's great to look at. It's like TV. I'm going to turn it off eventually. Right. But I want to see your mind. I want to see the type of person you are. And for me, that lets me know, oh, you the quick, easy person. Okay. You want the easy money. You're just surface. You. Right. You know. And it's not about me or you or anybody being able to trust. They're in their own world. Yeah. And there will be some people who will look at this and be like, to hell with them. But I'm just trying to give you good shit. Like, you're going to have children. They're going to grow older. All this is on the internet. You literally find it. You got porn sites that take their OnlyFans and other stuff and move it. Like, you're literally becoming a porn star. You're not even aiming for that.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? And it's just a downward spiral because Now you go get the job of your dreams finally, right? And your boss comes in 3 months into the job and is like, I actually know a story of this happening. Like, we got to let you go. Like, what? Why? Because we got this video sent to us from some public account you had.
That happened to a female
2 years ago.
I saw it.
Right.
That's rough.
They don't
female
think
mechanic.
down the road. You know, unless you're going to just go to porn and do that all your life, which that's a rough road and it doesn't last. None of this stuff lasts.
Nah.
What lasts is your talent. Ladies, you have talents. You have resources in your mind.
And you're so gifted sometimes.
Right. Don't let the short money ruin your long money.
Yeah.
That's what you got to understand. That's business.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Now, is there a difference between, because I know somebody out there is probably listening or watching and thinking this. What about when a man does it? Because they do it all the time.
Men are monsters.
I'll be honest with you.
Ogres, man.
I don't pay attention to it, so I wouldn't know.
But I mean, so is there a double standard? Because I'm speaking from the female perspective. There's always a double standard. Like if a woman gets out there and she's showing everything, it's like, girl, damn, you thirsty. You another one. But if it's a man out there doing it, like when Safari was showing his stuff, you know what I'm saying? All the women was like,
and why was he showing himself?
He was showing
See, I'll be honest with you. All right, so I saw what's my guy Ryan? What's my man?
The comedian. Like, boy, I raised you better than that.
What's the comedian? Ryan Davis. Ryan Davis did a post not too long ago where he had these guys.
Shout out to Ryan Davis.
Eating, shout out to Ryan Davis. Eating ice cream, and it was so bad. It was like even gay guys and women would have looked at that and like, ew, what are you doing?
Right.
Like, why are you doing that?
Right.
It was disgusting. So it's like.
What was the purpose of it? Like,
they were trying to be sexy, and they were all licking off.
And this was like a for real thing, or was it a funny?
Like
thing?
they were standing in a line. He posted
gotcha.
them standing in a line, licking. One was eating a ring pop, and then passing to the guy behind them, and they all bruh. It was so bad
during COVID.
Yeah, it was so bad.
First of all, even if it's not during COVID, like, what are you doing?
Right.
But see, your response as a lady, like even 6-packs and all, it's one of.
Yeah, no.
But why was nobody in that group going, hey, what the hell?
Bro,
right.
Right. What the fuck?
Who is your friend?
Right.
Like, who is your friend? So, like, I mean, I'm saying, if you take that and you switch it around and you have 4 beautiful women sitting in line and ate that, all of our minds just completely changed. We, like, even
everybody
you being a
loved
female,
it.
you as a female wouldn't have been like the response to the guys going, ew.
No, I wouldn't have.
The response is, I mean, that's nasty.
It ain't as good as when women do it. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
But it's also, and there is a double standard.
It's a wild double standard.
But it's also why women in porn get paid more than the men.
Yeah.
Women in modeling get paid more than the men. That double standard.
I didn't know. I didn't know that women in porn get
I mean,
paid
think
more
about
than men.
if we do a movie.
I did not know.
If we do a movie, do you think they'll give me $1 million to take off my shirt? Or would they give you $1 million to take off your shirt to do an actual legitimate movie? Ask Halle Berry.
Yeah,
right.
And you know who else had his shirt off? What's it? Billy Bob Thornton? He had his shirt off. I'm sure he didn't get paid because his shirt was
Right. I get you.
Yeah. And so you have to look at these things, and go, where is social media taking us?
Right.
You got the battles right now, even in politics. They're battling, mainstream media is attacking Facebook for not adopting the same precedents and rules as Twitter has recently done when starting to mark the president's tweets. God, I fucking hate calling him the president. But calling
let's acknowledge that moment, right?
Calling Donald, putting on his tweets fact checks. You know what I mean? With links to the fact of what he's saying. Basically saying, without calling him a liar, saying, you can read this or listen to it, but here's the link to
maybe you shouldn't drink bleach.
That's highly important because his messaging, he uses social media because it goes through no filters, which is the dumbest thing in the world because that's what's killing him right now in the polls. Is if you could just shut your ass up for 10 minutes, you might be all right.
You might do right.
You might do right. And there's people trying to get him to shut up, but he's like, this is my thing, it's my power. And so you have the president of the United States bullying everyday average citizens. He just recently tweeted about the driver Bubba Wallace.
He sure
did.
That
he owes NASCAR an apology. And all that. Now Bubba Wallace is getting, lambasted by the president, who really should have been like the janitor, but they're getting lambasted by the president of the United States. Could you imagine that?
Yo, that's crazy.
The president of the United States on Twitter talking shit about
That's
you.
crazy.
That's crazy. But I mean, these are crazy times.
It is crazy times.
It really is some crazy
I mean,
times.
when Kanye is fitting in with everybody, and everybody was like willing to take him back, and then
so I have mixed feelings about that because I feel like Kanye is
cancel culture.
Cancel culture?
Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up, bro. I'm a cancer. That is not my culture.
No, I said cancel.
Yeah,
okay.
The cancel culture.
I thought you said cancel culture. I was like, hell no.
So
I like, and to quote Kanye, we miss the old Kanye.
I get that.
Legitimate.
You know what
I
mean?
do get that. I like Kanye.
I want to like him.
I like
Kanye
him
so bad, but
here's how do you like Kanye?
Stuff.
How do you like Kanye after this recent stunt?
Oh my God.
He's literally, what other reason could he
there's
have
been
for running
debates
for
with
office
that, right?
Other than to split the Democratic vote, to pave the way for someone he showed us where his alliances
That's
are.
true.
That he's aligned. He showed us more than once. Hey, let me remind you, in case y'all forgot, I'm aligned with this dude and everything he represents and stands for. And his constituents represent and stand for.
So let me ask y'all this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about how Kim K has used her leverage, with, how they're affiliated with the White House, because I don't want to say his name either. But I'm just saying.
Oh, man.
I saw your eyes glitter. I saw it like, Listen.
He did the nose.
See, I'm sitting close to Dom, but even if you're not, you can see it through the camera like bing, bang. But no, I mean, she's done a lot of great things. Like, she really has. She's released people from prison. Like, I feel like there may be an agenda there. That might be a good agenda.
It's not.
No?
No, the record shows it.
So
okay, so
the record shows
you haven't heard of any of
this?
this?
Yeah, I've heard of this, but I just don't see how.
Let me tell you, as a celebrity, public person, what do you call it? Public figure, or whatever hell you want to call it. I don't get into
the
all
man,
But as
just
somebody
that
I know a lot of people, I've seen a lot of things,
right?
And I hate to break this to most people. Not all, but a lot of so-called celebrities do certain things because it's very good for your brand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially when you're trying to clean your brand up.
Right.
And when you have the power, when you have a president in office, to anything with nice boobs and a pretty face comes in and say, I want to do this. He's like, sure.
Yeah, especially the one that likes to grab. Well, we'll just leave that out.
Right. And so she saw what she normally does. And this is no shade at all.
So you think she capitalized?
I respect Kim K's hustle.
Oh, no, the hustle is strong.
If you look at it from the beginning,
right?
You know what I mean? We ain't gonna bring up Ray J and all that stuff.
I don't know if it's Kim K, though, so much as I respect Kris Jenner's hustle.
Well, her mom
is the truth.
Her mom cultivated all of
Which
it.
one are we talking about? Kris Jenner or
the mom?
Which one are we talking?
Well, Kim K, but what I'm saying
Kim
is
K's mom.
If you go all the way back,
you know what?
If you go all the way back and you look at her hustle all along, all of them really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even Kylie.
You think getting with Kanye was just love? You think that was just all about?
I know it won't love with Ray J,
so I'm doubting his brand move, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you see, and it's not to shit on Kim K and Kanye. They're not the only. This isn't new. They're not the only ones to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's almost like royalty back in the day, Parliament, where they would bring together two major forces.
Right.
They knew what did she need more than anything? She had the money, so she didn't need his money.
Yeah.
Right.
So what did she need?
Definitely a media boost.
That needed, urban in.
No, she needed validation
from who?
Because her brand was the girl from the porn movie that went platinum because at the time she was banging.
Yeah.
I saw the video. I didn't blame Ray J. I'd have filmed it too.
You saw I didn't.
You never saw the video?
No.
You see that?
Oh
video?
man.
I really have you seen it?
Yeah, of course I saw it.
I mean, I think probably the guys.
Kim was in her best form.
Yeah, it was Kim Kardashian when she was in her best.
Well, you got
just about every dude at that age was like.
You got to remember, this is before. This is when Kim she was getting kind of popular, but she wasn't like really popular, just more like a pinup.
It blew her up.
And her body was banging at that time. That was the first round of surgeries. That's when it was on point.
Right.
And so.
I mean, her body banging now.
No, I don't know about the diaper, but that's.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I don't know. But.
Grabbing your nose, baby. Grabbing your nose.
I'm going to put y'all on as somebody on social media who's popping. I'm talking about body. Her body is everything.
Oh,
Jai, Jai. You know her?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Shout out to her. I hope I'm saying it right. And she has this thing called Cooking with Jai. So she cooks. She's Jamaican. Listen, her body.
Just to put that out there.
I bet, man. I bet.
India Loves the Truth. I know that's your little crush. That's your crush.
India Love is this. I met her at Coachella.
Is she really that tall?
This big. Now
That's
she's
funny.
beautiful. She's beautiful. I used to love India Love too.
Is.
So when I seen her, I was like, oh man.
So she more like wavy height.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I can get with the short. Yeah.
No,
we can do
I
that.
literally.
Wavy's actually taller than me.
Yeah, but Wavy likes girls that's shorter than his
That's
desk.
the Wavy height.
But it's funny because she was out. You know how India Love posts stuff. Now, India Love, I will say, is one person who how she posts herself. That is exactly what she looks like.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, well that's
To
dope.
the T,
Look at him.
right?
He's
The
like,
Lord
ooh.
is good.
And she wears outfits that
I
she
like her.
posts.
I'm
it
about
ain't
to
just-
show y'all
together.
this chick though.
So when I seen her, I was like, we were at Coachella at a
I
party
think
at
this is the
Coachella.
first time a girl sent showing me a picture of a girl.
She was
Instagram.
coming through, and she's short, so and she's petite. So I didn't even really realize she was there until she was walking by and had to get past me, and I was like, what? Oh, and she had on like this mesh shirt with no bra.
The Lord is good.
Now, I don't know what lotions and juices and berries she used on them things, but I'm telling you, they were
You know what? Y'all better
were
stop.
perfect and
See, I
sitting
can't even
just
say
right.
anything to have her back because if you put yourself out there like that, that's what it is.
Oh, that's Jai.
Yeah.
All right,
Her name is Jai Nice. Shout
Nice.
out to
All
Jai
right, shout out
Nice.
to Jai
Okay.
Nice. Do you know this
For real.
this woman?
So I do not.
just
I
follow
know.
her? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think she's following me back, so we follow each other.
That's that pretty milk.
And
Nice.
she dope.
Yeah.
She dope.
Can she cook?
Oh wow, bro,
Can
she's
she?
crazy.
Honestly, man, it don't matter. She's
Like
fine.
no, she could cook. I'm talking about from scratch. She's just coming, and she is like a boss. She has her own brand. I mean, she a boss. She does.
There
She
you
does
go.
her
Is
thing.
she a singer too?
No.
Oh,
Not that
I
I'm
just
aware
started following
of.
this girl on social media, and this woman, and she's a singer, and she's actually really good. She's like she sings like some form of reggae. It's not like straight
Is it
hardcore
Steph?
reggae. You say it again?
Steph.
I don't know. I gotta figure
London?
it out. I don't know, but she's from Jamaica. She's
Okay.
light skinned, oddly.
It got to be Steph London.
And when she starts talking, it's like that patois kicks in. Yeah. It was like, yo, who? It even looks weird because her voice is sexy and it's that Jamaican accent. But
That's
then
dope.
she's like light skinned with this like kind of Euro mix look.
There you go.
Obviously, she probably mixed with something, but still, it's like, whew.
Now, I would like to ask that.
Talk to me.
Tell me that hasn't changed a lot about like who you choose to be with because of social media.
See,
There's so much more access now. So like your choice in women, you kind of do the different. It's a different look at it now. Like
you're in a relationship, you got to just log off, unfollow a whole bunch of people.
you kind of got to shut it.
You got to
down.
clean your stuff out.
Wait, do men really just so
You
let's talk
have
about
to.
this to answer your question because there was just a conversation between Lil Wayne and 50 and they were talking where 50 said something about exotic women and he's like, listen, we like them looking exotic, like that's what it is, and like they got a lot of backlash about it.
You
so
look exotic, you know that, right?
well, thank you. I've been told that.
Where you got curls and then the locks. Stop
Thank
playing.
you.
You got locks.
Wait till I
baby
come in here
hairs
curly
and
next week.
stuff.
No, but my thing is like, is there some buy-in with that? So like when you're looking, because I appreciated the 90s. I like, and you know me in real life, I don't wear a lot of makeup. Little to none. If anything, I just put on mascara and I go out and I like that natural look, right? And I know in the 90s, it was natural hair, natural breasts, natural bodies, and people were okay with that natural look.
Yeah.
And now on IG, everything is the fake lashes.
I can't
The
stand
girls
it.
Now,
are
okay,
made
I don't
up.
like that.
I mean, even if it's like the individuals, it doesn't have to be like the thick
Well, see,
whatever.
I wouldn't know the
but
difference.
a lot of the girls have that, and then everybody
social
has their
media is
weaves
pushing
and
that. It's
they're
pushing
pushing
that.
it.
And so more
this
are doing it.
exotic,
Yeah.
is it exotic or is it made up?
Now,
you
see,
know?
I think we have different opinions in exotic.
Okay.
Because like, case in point, I lived in Miami for a long time.
Right.
A lot of guys in Miami, the straight guys, would not even pay attention to a girl that they couldn't tell from 40 feet that was a female. Why? Because you're in Miami. And so
What you trying to
too
say
much
about Miami?
hair. Too much hair, too much makeup, too much butt, too much breast.
overkill.
You were looking at from a distance going, nah, I'm good. Why? Because I can't tell from 45 feet, 100 feet that I'm going, that's a female.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
so-
interesting.
And so exotic for me is when you can be no makeup, no hair, and no extra hair, and you're just getting out of the pool, your hair is wet, and you still look gorgeous.
And you're killing it.
You're killing it. That's different. That's exotic for me.
But not everybody can do that. Yeah. You know? Some people come out looking like ashy feet, and they don't have no choice.
Bruh, but I'm dark skinned. That's not my fault. That's not my fault.
What we got is cutting up.